Do not leave this podcast without going to the link in the show notes or description and clicking on the link to learn our centralization process. We will show you what you're missing in your sciatica recovery. And in this link, there will be a very important opportunity at the end for you to learn exactly what this plan could look like for you. Hello and welcome to episode 97 of the Low Back Pain Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Grant Elliott with RehabFix online low back program. Today's topic is why you need to go with quality advice, quality guidance first. Otherwise, you could have a rough, rocky road of back pain ahead of you in how to go about determining the right path for you on the front end. And this includes personal experience, a recent experience with me and my wife with a particular house project that serves as a really good analogy for this type of discussion and some of the disasters that we encountered with this house project that might make you laugh a little bit, might make you cry a little bit, and might make you realize it's the same situation that you might be in with your back pain. As always, if you haven't joined my private Facebook group yet, it is called RehabFix Low Back Program. You should do this because immediately upon joining, you will be tagged in our free sciatica guide. Step-by-step sciatica guide takes you through the exact same process that we take our clients through around the world who have been struggling with sciatica and back pain for months or years, who are not able to find relief, and they're able to find answers through this guide and with our help. You will receive this guide for free upon joining. And there's multiple other thousands of dollars worth of information in there that is invaluable, and also plugging yourself in a community of people who are striving to be better and to actually recover and have that proper mindset is huge. So go join RehabFix Low Back Program. Now, let me start off with a story about our recent project and kind of bring this into back pain, right? So we just did a recent project on the front of our property with our driveway and our front walkway. It was we had kind of an old walkway that was the original walkway with the house. All right. And our driveway, we have a 2-car garage, really wanted a 3-car garage, but we have a 2-car garage. Still might upgrade in the near future, but 2-car garage, not a lot of space on the side of the driveway for both of our cars. So we wanted to get pavers in. We wanted to put pavers on like an additional 2 feet on either side of the driveway to get more space, and then bring it up and connect it to our front walkway, go to our front porch, get a new kind of front porch area. Going to look really, really nice, right? And when we were going through the process of, contacting individuals and getting quotes and things like that, we made a mistake. The mistake that we went with were the initial signs of a company that was serious and one that wasn't. And we missed these signs. And I want to tell you what these signs were because they directly relate to your journey for back pain. This could give you a lot of light bulbs, okay? Or just an insight into my personal life, okay? So anyway, we're getting these quotes from these people. And these quotes are looking different, okay? One is, appears to be, upon initial impression, significantly more expensive, but highly detailed, very well outlined and thought out. Invoice is, step by step, what they're going to do, all the materials, everything outlined very, very well. This other invoice, significantly cheaper. And there's like no information on the invoice. And we're like, okay, these look very different, like very different. And so we weren't sure exactly what this type of project would be valued at, right? We didn't really know. So we're somewhat ignorant, right? A lot of people, when they are in the back pain world, they might not exactly know how to identify a good provider. And they might be somewhat ignorant to it, as we were in this particular process. So we thought, hey, you know what? Just to make sure like this is the same project, let's go, let's call up this cheaper company. Let's call them up. Let's talk to the estimator on the phone, and let's have him walk through the step-by-step process for exactly what they're going to do to make sure that they're providing us the same project, or they're at least quoting the same project, because they were very different. We were like, is this even the same project? We don't even have details for this one, right? So we called this cheaper company. We put him on speaker, and we go through the project, and he's basically outlining what the other company said they're going to do. We're essentially going through the other quote. They're saying, yep, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. And we're like, oh, okay, well, I guess you just didn't have it really written out, but everything you're saying is pretty much what's on the other report, right? Everything you're saying sounds good. Everything you're saying sounds like what we would want to hear from the other company. And it looks like you're a lot cheaper. So, okay, cool. I guess if you're doing the exact same thing, then let's go for it. Now, you would think something like landscaping or, hardscaping, whatever you want to call it, would be somewhat standardized, right? Like, okay, if both projects are doing the same thing, if both projects have the same instructions, the same outline, you'd expect to get the same result, right? Well, a lot of providers go doctor shopping or program shopping, and they're told, yeah, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get pain relief. Oh yeah, we're going to fix this. You're going to be fine, right? That's across the board. That's the intro. Okay. However, once again, the difference between these two companies was one was outlined and detailed and thought out from the start. The other one was not. It was just cheaper. They said, hey, we're going to do all these things just like the other people did, but they're significantly cheaper. So we went with the cheap guys. We did. So it progresses. We receive minimal communication. We have no idea when they're going to show up. They say they're going to be here one day. They're not. They're here another random day. We ask for what times they're going to show up. They don't give us any times. People come and go. They get started with the project. Okay, all of a sudden they're here. All right. They start digging up a certain part of our yard that was not supposed to receive pavers at all. They actually dug up multiple areas of our yard, and we had to go out there and be like, whoa, what are you doing? This is not the project. Like, and we had a hard time communicating with the individuals, and it was just off the bat like, well, this is a whirlwind. What is going on? What are these people doing? Some of them were doing the right project. Some of them were not. Calling up the boss, trying to get him here to confirm stuff. It was just like, what's happening? Okay. They were doing things that we did not sign up for and that we were not expecting. So we go through those initial hurdles, whatever. Okay. All right, we'll do this. We'll figure it out. Okay. All right, wait. The dust settles a bit. They continue with the project. They say they're finished. It's all set up. They're packing up their stuff. They're going. Then we got home. We're checking out the project. And a certain part of our front walkway goes directly into the yard. This used to be flat. Okay. This used to be just seamless from the yard to the walkway. And there's like an 8-inch concrete step in the middle of our yard that leads into this walkway. What is going on here? It's this ridiculous like step up. It doesn't make any sense. Our neighbors are coming by like, is that on purpose? And we're like, no, we don't think so. It's a mess. Got to call the owner back, come back. Hey, look at this. It's supposed to be here. Yeah, that's fine. No, he was cutting corners. They didn't want to basically jackhammer up certain parts of our original walkway. They just wanted to throw everything on top of it instead. So everything was elevated and uneven. He was cutting corners. We were like, what? Okay. We eventually got him to do it by pulling teeth and by having to bring it up multiple times. We got him to agree, oh yeah, that should have never been done like that in the first place. Okay. Now this is starting to spread out over weeks, right? Because we're calling him back and doing all this stuff. They come back, they redo that part. Great. Well, then we realize we have 2 sprinklers completely gone out of our yard now. They were dug up and removed. There's no heads in the yard anymore. Well, where's our sprinklers at? Got to call them back, figure out where the sprinklers are. Started saying, oh, you have plenty of coverage. Oh, it's fine, all this. Okay, so we're missing sprinklers. He's telling us it'll be fine. We're saying, no, it's not going to be fine. We need this to be fixed. Like, what are you talking about? All this back and forth. Oh, it just turns into a mess, as you can see. I'm getting personally upset here. So the point I'm getting to here is that looking back now, it's been weeks that this is going on. We finally got this finalized yesterday. This project started multiple weeks ago. Looking back, my wife and I, we're looking at each other. She's 9 months pregnant. We're saying, dang it. Why did we not just go with the more expensive company, just get this done right the first time, not have the stress, not have the back and forth, not have the redos? We wouldn't be missing sprinklers in our yard right now. Like, we could have got this done right the first time, right? We wish we could go back and just pay the extra amount to do it over again. We wish we would have done that. Right? The headache was not worth it. The headache was not worth it. It would have been done better. It would have been done more seamless, right? This same thing applies in the low back pain journey. I understand, costs are part of everything, but they mean the most when it comes to your health. It is the biggest excuse to invest in the highest quality, and the best thing from the start when it comes to your health. So all the time we have clients who've said, yeah, but I've been seeing a chiropractor or a physical therapist for years. I've been going 2 or 3 times a week for years. And it's just, I'm not getting anywhere. This is just the way my life is, whatever. Or they go to a surgeon, first step. Oh yeah, we'll just jump straight to surgery. We'll jump to MRIs and injections, or we'll just put you on drugs or whatever. Go to whoever, right? They start off down the wrong path. And they might be saying, oh, well, my chiropractor, my physical therapist, it's only like $40. It's only $50 a visit. Okay. So it's like $150 a week or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Not that much, because they're just thinking about it per visit. But then a year goes by, 2 years go by, they've spent $8,000 and they're nowhere. They have no progress to show. They don't have any guidance. They don't have any information. They've been going in for these cheap initial fixes that aren't resulting to an ultimate outcome. It's not resulting to the prize that they want at the end. There's been pain and dragging out along the way. There's been miscommunication. There's been, this and that, and this piece is missing and that piece is missing. Where's the plan at? Well, what should I be doing? Right? There's not adequate communication. All these pieces are missing. So the point of this podcast today is really just to emphasize that you get what you pay for. Okay. And when it comes to something as important as your low back and your sciatica and your health, in your pain, and getting your job back, getting your life back, playing with your kids again, doing what you love, don't go cheap. Look for those signs from the start. If you feel as though you're being rushed, you're not having a lot of time with your provider, there's no plan, they're telling you just to do passive therapies, just come to us, we'll massage you, we'll do scraping, we'll do adjustments, we'll do needling, but we're not going to give you any exercises or any concrete plan for what you could do for yourself. Okay. I almost guarantee you that's going to turn into a long, drawn out, painful process that's going to eventually cost you more money in the end than if you'd have just done it the right way from the start. And it's going to be more time spent with pain than you would have preferred. Okay, the same process that we experienced with our paver company. All right, and I don't want that to be your scenario, because that's a lot of people that I talk to. A lot of money wasted, a lot of time wasted. And then I talk to them about their experiences, and they're not getting any adequate time with their providers. They're not getting that time and attention that they deserve. They're not getting the plan that they deserve. And just to give you a contrast, for us, before any of our clients enroll in our program, we spend on average around an hour and a half with each individual one-on-one before we even know for sure if they're going to be a success story or not, because we make sure you're going to be a success story before we do anything. We go through testing. We give you results before you enroll in our program. This is what tells us you're going to be a success story. We go through an hour and a half of this before anyone enrolls. There's people we talk to where they've been seeing their chiropractor for months or their medical doctors for months, and they're like, yeah, the amount of time we've spent with you guys is more time than I've had in the last 6 months with these other providers combined. Like, these are warning signs. Okay? Be aware of the path that you're being led down. Be aware of the information that you're being provided. That's why I make these podcasts. That's why our channel exists, to equip you with knowledge and tools so that you can make these important decisions, these extremely important decisions. We've had clients who have spent $5,000, $10,000 on these regenerative therapy clinics, PRP, stem cell, all these different injections. They have nothing to show for it. Okay. And now in that situation, that really sucks, because they're not going with the cheap fix. They're going with the most expensive fix, but has the least amount of evidence to back it. They're not getting what they paid for. That's an even more frustrating situation. So it goes both ways, right? You need to know the right information so you can make the right choice. And this is why we spend an hour and a half with each of our clients before they're even a part of our program, to provide that education, to provide that understanding so that you will get to where you want to be, because we know you're tired and frustrated of spinning your tires and just not getting the results you're looking for and dealing with the headaches along the way. We know you're tired of that and you want to get it over with. And we want you to get it over with too. So go with quality first. I like to think we're pretty good at what we do. I like to think we get pretty good results. I like to think we're a premium quality that you cannot find anywhere else, because I've spent multiple tens of thousands, millions of hours probably at this point, putting in the effort to design something that will provide the most quality available for these types of disc and sciatica issues, so you can avoid surgery, you can avoid medications, you can avoid injections, and you can actually have a plan to get back to living your life the way that you want to. So I'd love the opportunity to help you. If you're listening to this and this story might have resonated with you a little bit, I would love to help. And you can have the opportunity to work with us. Visit the link in the bio, the link in the show notes, submit an application on our website, and join our private Facebook group, RehabFix Low Back Program. So you can start to get plugged in. So you can start to, put your foot a little bit deeper into that pool and start to get, your toes a little bit more wet, your foot wet, and then finally you're going to be like, all right, time to just jump in and do this thing the right way. Go with quality on the front end, take action, get the right information, take those next steps so that you can get out of pain. And I hope that your experience recovering from low back issues does not resemble our journey with our recent paper project. So let's do this thing the right way from the start so we can get this thing over with the right way and not deal with any headache. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you are listening on your favorite podcast platform, please leave a 5-star rating and a review. As always, move more, move in nature, move in the sun. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.